Hello, today we are going to build news app using Flask framework of Python. So it's going to be fun. Let's start. I will firstly write in a comment hashtag news app using Flask. And now let's start coding. So I will write here from Flask import Flask. I am basically importing this Flask class from this module. But if you don't have Flask installed, then you can press Alt plus F12 and write here pip install Flask. And it will install it for you. Now let's clean my terminal and start coding here. I will initialize the app and inside the brackets I will pass the underscore name variable. This is a special variable which Flask needs to operate. And now I will make a route. This is a decorator app.route slash. This is my index route. So I will name it def index. And for now, let's just return a p tag. P tag. Hey there. And then I will write a main conditional if name equals to main, and inside this conditional I will access the run method of this Flask class. So I can here write app.run. Debug is equals to true. So debug is equals to true is very important when you are creating an app in development server. So now I can run my app and go to my browser. I can click this link. As you can see, we have successfully made a website and it's displaying here hey there. So let's continue. Instead of directly writing here return this p tag, I can use render template of Flask. So render template, and instead of writing here this string, I can use this render template method. And inside the brackets, I will need to specify an HTML file. So let's go and make a templates directory, new directory, and be sure you have to name it templates. Inside the templates, I will create an HTML file. I will name it index.html. As you can see, this code is auto-generated for me, and I can write this index.html in my render template. So index.html, and in the body, I can declare a h1 tag hey there. And now if I run the code, again it will show the same thing, but just an heading instead of a paragraph, and you can see title is also there. And now let's move on to create our news app. So before going to create news app, I'm going to show you something. Let's say I have a variable here like news equals to some news. I want this piece of information to be displayed on my index.html. So how will I do it? I have a technique. I can pass in another parameter like news equals to news. And after writing this, here I can access this news variable. Let me show you how. Instead of typing here, hey there, I can use double quotes. This is the Jinja syntax. And inside the Jinja syntax, I can use this variable which I have passed. So let me copy this and here I will paste it. And now let's see what is the output. So you can see some news is being displayed on a tab, which is good. Not only this, you can pass in here a list as well. Some news, another news, one last news. And we can loop over this list in our HTML by using this Jinja syntax. But instead of using this curly brackets and another curly brackets, I will use curly brackets and then percentage sign. So like this. And now here I can write a for loop for news, for n in news. I can display here n, which means every single element in this list, it will loop over this list and print and display every element. So let's see our output. You can see that it's showing some error. That's because we didn't have closed the for loop. To close the for loop, you can write here and for. This will close it. And now our output should be okay. You can see some news, another news, last news. Not only for loops, you can use if statements too. Like if instead of here writing, I can write this above the for loop. If news and a pipe, if news length, that means the length of this list. If it's less than 1, that means no element is in this list, then it will show nothing to show. And here I can write else it will show this. And at last I will need to close this if else and if. Oh, looks like my server is not running. Let me run my server and then click on this link. You can see this is being displayed, but now if I removed all the elements of this list, then you will see nothing to show because the length of news is less than 1. There are 0 elements in this list, so it will execute this code. And if there is 1 element or more than 1 in the list, then it will execute this code. So I hope you understood everything I taught you. To create news app, I will use news API. Go to news API and then log in, and you will get an API key, and then you can write this code. Here I will import the news API. One second. Now here I will import the news API. From news API, import news API client. Pip install news API. As you can see, I have already installed this. And now I can write in some more code. I will give you this code in the link. For now, I will write in this information. News API is equals to news API client. I am creating an instance of this class and passing the API key. This is my secret API key. And now I have pasted another piece of information, that is top headlines equals to news API.get top headlines. This will get the top headlines of this news, Bitcoin. And sources BBC News, The Verge. Category is the business, language is English, country is US. So this is some piece of code news API provided me. Actually, instead of passing here news, I can pass these top headlines. Top headlines equals to top headlines. And inside this index.html, I will change my body code. So first let me type top headlines using Jinja syntax. Top headlines. I'm testing. And let's go to the link. Now see, it's showing me some error. So I think I know what to do. Here in mail.py, I can actually remove this line. And now let's refresh our code. And you can see it's showing me some information. First, let me convert this h1 to p tag so that it's easy to read. And now let's refresh again. And you can see it's passing me some JSON. So here we have author, and here we have title, and here we have description. So I can use this author, title, description. Here we have an article key. In the article key we have list, and in the list we have all the data. So I can go to my code. Here access the article. Inside the article we will pass in 0 dot title. Let's say title. And I'm getting some error. Looks like I have to pass in here articles. And you can see the title is being displayed. So I can copy this code and paste, duplicate. And here I can write author. Here I can write title. Here I can write description. And here content. So let's refresh. And you can see it's displaying the author as none. So let me remove this code. And now I can read the news. What's up with blah blah blah. And you can read this information, but I don't want to read this. So here I can write title, description, content. But is this enough? Absolutely no. This is not the correct news app. Here I'm searching for Bitcoin. Let me search for something else. Let's see plane, and let's refresh. I have written here president, and when I'm going to my and when I'm going to my website, I can see this news. So that means I can write here anything I want to search. So instead of typing here category, I can write here source, because I don't only want business. And in the sources I can write here BBC News. BBC News. And it's showing some error, looks like. So I don't know why it's not working, but let me write here only country. I mean category. So I don't know, it was showing some error, so I removed the category. And now when I'm refreshing, you can see, oh, this topic is about COVID-19. And you can read it once again, but I'm not going to do it. In the queue, I can write here Apple. And when I will refresh, you can see it is showing some news about Apple. And let's continue further. So here I will create a form tag. In the form, I will ask from user which type of information do you want to get to know. Form, and I will pass the action. Oh, sorry. I will pass the action. Action will be post. Post method I will use. And method, or I will use this post method. I will use this method post. And in the action, I will say this. So I will copy this and paste it here. It means that when I will submit the form, it will go to this route, which I am highlighting here, and with the method post. So in the form, I will create an input tag. Type will be text. And name equals to, let's say, info. This name is very important attribute. We will use it in our main.py. And at last, I will create a button. button button. And here I will write submit. So to accept post method, I will here write methods equals to a list, which will be get and post. So basically here I am saying that these both methods are allowed or this route. And here let me show you something. Info equals to request dot form dot get, and I will use this name. So copy and paste. Okay, but here it's showing some error because I have not imported the request from Flask. So go here and write here request. And now, for now, let's just return info. Let's see what is the output. Actually, it returned an error because I have not written here if request dot method equals to post, because I am only allowed to get information from this name if request dot method is post. So let me write in the conditional if request dot method is post, then only we are allowed to get this info. And now I will refresh. Okay, so it's showing some error again. I will remove this code from here and paste it here. And I am returning info inside my post. So return info. But if the method is not like this, so I can go here and return render template index.html. Index.html and top headlines will be top headline. So here you will see this thing, this input box and this submit button. So let me write here COVID and submit. You can see COVID is being printed here, which is good. So now let me show you my logic. I can copy this code and paste it inside my request dot method conditional. So this will be like this. And here I will query for info. That means the piece of information which the user wants to get. I will query for this. And I will remove this return statement because I don't want this anymore. And now I will refresh. And here it's showing something related to Apple. But I want COVID-19 news, so I will write here COVID and submit. Sorry, once again, I got an error. So I have it click to remove the error. I will cut this piece of code and paste it here. Here before this conditional. And now it should work. Let's see. Here let's write COVID once again. And you can see it's being displayed about COVID information. Here I can write Apple and submit. So you can see now the information will be about Apple. So we have successfully made a news app. Let's see something more. Let's play with our information. I can write here business. And oh sorry, I can write here business and submit. So you can see now it's displaying information about business. And you can read the title, description and content, all the things. So we have successfully made our website. and I hope you have learned a lot from this. And before going, I am going to show something more. I will write some piece of code here in the body tag. Console.log hello. And firstly, without refreshing, when I go to inspect and go to console, you can see nothing is there. But when I will refresh, hello is being displayed. So this code is JavaScript, and in the next video I am going to explain you about this JavaScript code. So bye bye for now. Please like the channel and subscribe.